The year is 480 BCE. The place, a narrow pass between towering cliffs and the Aegean Sea known as Thermopylae, the hot gates. The air crackles with tension, heavy with the scent of salt spray and impending war. An enormous Persian army, led by the god King Xerxes, has descended upon Greece, hungry for conquest. Standing in their way, a small but determined force of Greek warriors, united in their defense of their homeland. Among them, 300 Spartans, warriors renowned throughout the ancient world for their discipline and courage, prepare for a battle that will echo through history. Their leader is Leonidas, king of Sparta. He knows the odds are stacked against them, yet his resolve is unshakable. He and his men have embraced their duty, prepared to fight to the death to protect their land and their way of life. The clash between these two forces, vastly different in size yet equally matched in spirit, will become a legendary testament to the power of courage and sacrifice in the face of insurmountable odds. Thermopylae was more than just a battlefield, it was a choke point of strategic brilliance. The narrow pass, barely wide enough for a chariot to pass, would force the massive Persian army to funnel through in smaller numbers, negating their numerical advantage. This geographical bottleneck was crucial to the Greeks' defensive strategy. The Greeks, skilled warriors that they were, understood the lay of the land. They would use the terrain to their advantage, transforming the narrow pass into a killing field. The Persians, accustomed to open battlefields and overwhelming their enemies with sheer numbers, would find themselves facing an unexpected and formidable challenge at Thermopylae. This strategic importance of the pass was not lost on either side, and it would play a decisive role in the unfolding drama. Xerxes, the self-proclaimed king of kings, commanded an army of unprecedented size. Drawn from every corner of his vast empire, his forces seemed to stretch as far as the eye could see. Ancient historians wrote of 1,000,000 men, their numbers so great that they could drain rivers dry and blot out the sun with their arrows. Such claims were surely exaggerations, but they speak to the terror that the Persian advance inspired. Xerxes' ambition was as boundless as the lands he ruled. He sought nothing less than total subjugation of Greece, intending to add its proud city-states to his ever-growing empire. His invasion was a tidal wave of conquest, and Thermopylae was the Greeks' first line of defense against being swallowed whole. Section 4, Molon Labe. Facing this colossal force stood Leonidas and his 300 Spartans, an elite force trained from birth for war. Clad in bronze armor and wielding spears and shields, they were masters of the phalanx formation, a tightly packed wall of shields and spears that was virtually impenetrable when properly executed. The Spartans were not alone at Thermopylae. They fought alongside contingents from other Greek city-states, men who had put aside their differences to face a common enemy. The Spartans, however, were the backbone of this defense. Their discipline, their courage, and their unwavering obedience to the laws of Sparta were legendary. They were prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, to lay down their lives for their comrades and their homeland. Their motto, Molon Labe, come and get them, encapsulated their defiant spirit. They would hold the line at Thermopylae, no matter the cost. Section 5. Holding the line. For 2 days, the Greeks held their ground against the relentless Persian assaults. The narrow pass became a scene of unimaginable carnage. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers crashed against the Greek lines, only to be thrown back by the Spartans' unwavering discipline and the effectiveness of the phalanx. The Spartans fought with unmatched ferocity, their spears reaping a bloody toll on the enemy. Their bronze shields, interlocked like a wall of iron, deflected arrows and broke the momentum of Persian charges. The air was thick with the clang of metal on metal. the battle cries of both sides and the groans of the wounded. Yet despite their bravery, the Greeks were fighting a losing battle.